How are you?
Good. How are you?
Second bite.
To start this adventure, we first had to get to Bangkok, where we spent one night. With only an evening there, we headed out to explore a little, grab some food, and find a hidden bar for a few drinks. I didn't film much that night, but here are a few moments from it. This morning, we're traveling to the city of Chiang Mai, and from there, we're going to go on an epic motorcycle loop, which is about 700 kilometers, going through Chiang Mai, Pai, Mae Hong, and a couple of other villages. So we're staying 9 days in the north, so join us on this adventure, and I hope you enjoy the video. This was our first hotel in Chiang Mai. It was called Thongren's house, and it was really cool. Now, I didn't film much, but the lady was amazing, made good food, and she had a pretty awesome dog. We stopped to grab some food and plan out the day. And that's when we realized just how lucky our timing was. We'd arrived on a Sunday, the only day Chiang Mai's Sunday walking street market takes place. The entire old city shuts down to traffic, and Ratchadamnon Road transforms into a massive night market, filled with street food, handmade crafts, and local artists. It's much more local and laid back than the daily night bazaars, and honestly, one of the best ways to experience Chiang Mai in the evening. Even though we had a good meal not so long ago, we couldn't resist all the street food that was offered to us. A lot of people will tell you that when traveling Southeast Asia, you shouldn't trust the ice. But we've had it in Vietnam, we've had it in Thailand, and we never had any issues. So just use common sense, and if the place looks clean, you'll be fine. We then roamed the market a little bit more before heading to a bar for a drink and calling it a night. This is our second day in Chiang Mai, and we're currently on our way to finally rent our motorbike. Yeah, and then we'll, just started the trip. It's the Honda CB500.
How many days?
I think 7 days, something like that. Yes. Yes, that's me. This is Pop Big Bike Rental, the place where we got our motorbike from. We had no issues whatsoever with the bike during our trip, so I can only recommend it. Feels really good to be back on the road. It's been about 1 year that we've done something like this. Last time we've done Hanoi to Saigon in Vietnam a year ago. And this is kind of bringing back those memories. I'm definitely enjoying this so far. And this is just the beginning of our adventure. We have 2 hours left to get to Pai. This is our first stop among the Mae Hong Son Loop.
So we're only staying in Pai for 1 day because we've seen some videos on the internet, and to be honest, it seemed like a very white hippie town, like a bunch of digital nomads. So, I mean, to each its own, but that's probably not our vibe. We want to enjoy like the more real side of Thailand.
After an hour and a half, we've decided to stop at this cool old place to get a coffee, some orange juice, and just enjoy the view of the mountains. Feeling refreshed, we jumped back on the motorbike and continued the road for the few last kilometers we had until Pai. Looks nice. After a quick dip in the pool, we hopped on the motorbike and headed towards Pai's iconic White Buddha. Sitting high above the valley, this hilltop temple is one of Pai's most peaceful spots. After climbing the steps, you're rewarded with panoramic views over rice fields, mountains, and the town below. We arrived just in time for sunset, and the atmosphere was incredibly calm, quiet, spiritual, and unspoiled. If you're in Pai, this is one place you absolutely shouldn't miss, especially at golden hour. After getting some food, we went to explore Pai's night market. And as you can see on this video, most people here are foreigners. Now, when we go to a country, we really want to see the more authentic side of it, so we didn't really like it, but to each its own, I guess.
Well, now we're gonna check out the hot springs of Pai. It's 300 bahts to get in, and I think it's a pretty good activity for the morning to start our day.
Along with the White Buddha, the Pai hot springs were one of our favorite parts of Pai. At the very top of the hot springs, you have locals boiling eggs, and then the lower you go in the pools, the lower the temperature, so you can actually enjoy them and bathe in them. This was a really amazing experience, so if you have the chance to do this, definitely do it. We were pretty happy when it finally came time to leave Pai, and the next stop on our journey was Mae Hong Son. Along the way to Mae Hong Son, we found several of these little pit stops where locals will sell all kinds of stuff. So it was really nice to relax a little bit and enjoy the view before continuing on our journey. Our next stop was Mae Hong Son, and it ended up being one of our favorite places on the entire route. Tucked deep in the mountains near the Myanmar border, Mae Hong Son feels slower, quieter, and far less touristy than Pai. The town sits in a lush valley surrounded by misty hills, with strong Shan and Burmese influences that you can see in the temples, food, and architecture. In the evenings, the lakeside temples light up, the air cools down, and the whole place just feels calm and authentic. If you're riding the Mae Hong Son Loop, this is a stop you really don't want to rush. Until this day, we still remember this restaurant from time to time. It was probably one of our favorites in Thailand, if not the favorite. It has no English name, so I'll leave a link in the description. This is Mae Hong Son's night market. It was probably our favorite night market in Thailand, and if you have some time, definitely go visit it. There's a lot of cool stuff you can get there, and quite a lot of street food too. I didn't film much yesterday, but currently we're in Mae Hong Son, and the road coming here was really beautiful. I think maybe even more beautiful than the road from Chiang Mai to Pai. Now this village is definitely more calm, serene, and there's a lot less foreigners, which for us is a good thing at least. It seems more authentic than Pai. And then today I think we're going to get the Mae Hong Son sticker, and yeah, right now we're heading to the market to get some breakfast. This is the Mae Hong Son Food Market, a simple, everyday market for locals, offering plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. It's well organized and very clean, giving a genuine glimpse into the daily life of Mae Hong Son.
Okay, I'm not sure what we just got, but we got some food for free because apparently it's Chinese New Year's Eve. It's pretty good. It's kind of a noodle soup, but it's pretty viscous. It's good anyway. So.
Our next stop was the Wat Chong Kham Royal Monastery, which is one of the oldest and most historically significant temples in Mae Hong Son. Located in the city center by the Nong Kham Lake, it was built in the 19th century, during a period when the Shan and Burmese culture strongly influenced the region. The temple later received royal monastery status, marking its importance within Thailand's Buddhist hierarchy and solidifying its role as a spiritual center for the province. We enjoyed walking around and exploring the intricate statues and artworks that were displayed inside. Our next plan was to get the Mae Hong Son certificate of completion and the sticker that goes with it at the Chamber of Commerce. There were quite a lot of people, a lot of Malaysian bikers for some reason, but the line goes pretty fast. Now that we had our sticker and our certificate, we wanted to go to the Su Tong Pei Bridge, which is a very scenic bamboo bridge, and we also wanted to visit the Wat Phu Samanaram Temple, which is just across the bridge. The bamboo bridge is a little bit outside of the city, so it took us like 15 to 20 minutes to get there, but it was definitely worth it. The bamboo bridge was built so monks and locals could cross the rice fields easily, and it leads to a place that feels quiet and calm, the Wat Phu Samanaram Temple, with its open views over the fields. The bridge itself is about 500 meters long and was made by villagers and monks using bamboo and wood, symbolizing the unity between the community and their spiritual life. Its name in the local Shan language is often said to mean answered prayer, reflecting the hope and devotion woven into every step. Near the temple, there's a small coffee shop where you can sit and enjoy the view, and the grounds still feel peaceful, with only a few visitors around. It's the kind of place that naturally makes you slow down and stay a little longer. It was time to hit the road again and make our way to our next stop, Khun Yuam. Khun Yuam is a very small town, and we mostly use it as a pit stop. There isn't much to do there apart from a local night market and the Japanese-Thai Friendship Memorial, but it's a quiet place to pause briefly before continuing. And on our way there, we've discovered this gorgeous little viewpoint. We were only a few kilometers from Khun Yuam, and we almost ran out of gas, but thanks to this guy, we've managed to make it. This evening we had some trouble finding food because a lot of the places were closed due to celebrations, but then we found this little gem. The food was delicious and the owners were amazing. We checked out of our hotel and we're ready to go to our next stop, which is the Hot Coffee Guest House, I think, about an hour away from Doi Inthanon National Park, where we're staying for 2 days, apparently, because I messed up on the booking app. And you know what? It's probably a good thing. That way we can just chill today. We have a 1 hour, 20-minute ride, and then we'll have, this day to just chill. And then tomorrow morning we'll go to the national park pretty early, because this is what most people recommend. We've made it to our homestay, the Hot Coffee Guest House. I think that's what it's called. And this place looks pretty amazing. It's a little bit out of the way. There's a tiny village close to it, but no ATMs. And yeah, that may be a problem, but whatever, we'll see. I still have like 400 baht, so let's see. And we just ate, so we should be fine until tomorrow when we're going to Doi Inthanon National Park. So yeah, check this place out. It looks pretty cool. We didn't really have any plans for the day, so we decided to go to the nearby village, about 5 kilometers away, check out the market, its streets, and the nearby temple. We really enjoyed this place, but decided not to stay there for a second night despite paying for it, because it was kind of far from Doi Inthanon, and also in the opposite direction of Chiang Mai, the city where we were heading to finish this trip. So we hopped on the bike and went to the Doi Inthanon National Park. We spent half a day exploring the park, home to Thailand's highest mountain and a place long considered sacred by local communities. The park is named after one of the last kings of Chiang Mai, who was deeply committed to preserving the forest here. We visited the two royal pagodas built to honor the late King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit, standing high above the clouds with sweeping views all around. Along the way, we walked a few peaceful nature trails through cool mountain air and dense greenery, stopped at the powerful Wat Chiratan waterfall, and took time to enjoy some delicious food. Even with other visitors around, the park felt spacious and calm, a place where nature, history, and everyday life come together naturally. This was our last hotel on the loop before we would be heading back to Chiang Mai. It was extremely peaceful and serene. On top of that, it was only 30 minutes away from the entrance to the park and about an hour and 10 minutes from Chiang Mai. For our last dinner on the loop, we've decided to get some hot pot at a local restaurant.
It almost feels a little bit sad that we're done with the loop. It was really great, and yesterday was really amazing, the Doi Inthanon National Park. Definitely recommend it if you're on the loop. We've probably spent about 6 hours there. If you have time, definitely spend a day there, or half a day I think is enough probably. I think that's pretty much it. Let's go back to Chiang Mai.
So here we are, back in Chiang Mai, where all of this began. After countless curves, hundreds of kilometers, and a journey filled with unforgettable memories. After grabbing some food at a local spot, we went out for dessert. We stopped at Roti Pade, which serves a thin, crispy, Thai-style crepe. It's a small street vendor, listed in the Michelin Guide as Bib Gourmand. There was a long line, but it moved pretty quickly. And while it was really good, we've had crepes like this elsewhere in Thailand that were just as good. For our last day in Chiang Mai, we've decided to visit the Wat Chang Men temple, which was really amazing. Now I know there's so many temples in Chiang Mai, but unfortunately we didn't have time to visit all of them. And that's where our loop ends. We hope this video gave you a real feel for Northern Thailand, the roads, the vibes, and the little stops in between. It's one of those trips that stays with you long after it's over. Thanks for watching.